Catherine is a seasoned leader with expertise in governance, risk management, compliance, audit, and accounting. She currently holds the position of co-chair at the Institute of Risk Management East Africa Group and serves as the internal audit manager at Absa Life Assurance, Kenya. Catherine earned her MBA from Makosa Honoris University in South Africa and holds a Bachelor of Commerce degree from the University of Nairobi, Kenya. She is a graduate member of IRM, a Certified Public Accountant of Kenya, holds a certificate in cybersecurity, and is a Global Reporting Initiative Certified Sustainability Professional. Her career spans various sectors, including financial services, manufacturing, investments, and humanitarian sectors across Africa and Europe. Catherine also contributes her expertise as a board member in the Kenya and the United Kingdom. She is passionate about mentoring young professionals and is actively involved with initiatives such as the Global Give Back Circle, Youth Mentors, and VCs and Startup Shuja.
Yeah, so first of all, I want to acknowledge some people who are in this room. Special thanks to my parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nyaga. Please stand up. Yeah. 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 They traveled from Kirinyaga this morning. And they're still going back. So at break time, I had to reach out to them and ask them, are you still going to wait until my turn? And my mom said, it's fine, we shall wait. So they are still going to drive in darkness back home. But thank you so much, Mom and Dad, for that. I also want to recognize my immediate family, my husband, my daughter, and my son. Please stand up. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, the person who gave me the dream to write is that young girl you can see there. She wants to write a book. She wants to be an author. And she's actually written like 3 notebooks, which are full with some nice stories. In fact, now when she realized I'm publishing mine, she said this holiday in December, she wants us to work towards publishing hers. So I think I'll come to you. So yeah, thanks, Maya. Team Absa Life. Please stand up. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. Those are my colleagues. I'm the internal audit manager. And you know, guys, auditors are not liked. But for me to have such a number, surely I must be a good person. First Assurance, Team First Assurance. Yeah, those are other colleagues I work with. Thank you so much. My sister-in-law is also in the room, Gaka. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming. Yeah, so, yeah, thank you so much. I won't take a lot of time. I know, guys, you've been sitting for so long. So I'll start with a quote. Everything you have ever wanted is one step outside your comfort zone. Everything you have ever wanted is one step outside your comfort zone. And I'm saying that because I want that quote to be the introduction to my chapter. I know mine sounds a bit technical. My chapter is the value of risk management. And people would wonder, what is risk management? Yeah? So I'll just read the first paragraph so that it can give you context as to what risk management is. It's not just for corporate, it's also for us at a personal level. Yeah? So I start by saying life is an adventure. As a wise man once said, life isn't meant to be easy, it's meant to be lived. Sometimes happy, other times rough. But every up and down teaches you valuable lessons and makes you stronger. Yeah? Many a times we find ourselves in life, we tend to imagine that life should be smooth all the time. And So when we fail in something, we really go down, yeah? And we really feel like we are failures, like many other colleagues here have said, yeah? But remember, it's an adventure. Even Jesus died on the cross and rose. There's no resurrection without death on the cross. There's no light without darkness. So let's enjoy the good moments and the hard moments, yeah? They are teaching us. We are a product of the good and the bad things that have happened in our lives. And it's from that I want to just speak about a few lessons that I've gone through in my life. And the first one is where you are coming from doesn't matter. Yeah? It doesn't matter where you come from. I'm a girl from Nyaga. I have grown up in Nyaga. I stepped into Nairobi when I was joining the university, as my other colleague said. Yeah? When I was growing up, my parents are both retired teachers. I wanted to be a teacher because that was the best profession I could see there. Yeah? But then, please buy my book to know what happened for me to be where I am today. Yeah? So, focus on the vision you have. Determine what you want to have, determine where you want to go, and pursue that. Like my other colleagues say, there are so many distractors along the way. But as long as you keep your eyes on the prize, you shall get to where you want to go. So that's why I started. The second thing I want to speak about is clarity of purpose. Why are you in this world? Were you an accident child? Do you feel like you are an accident child? And why are you still alive if you think you're an accident child? God has a purpose of retaining you here. And it's time we try to discover exactly why God is still retaining us here. Today we have so many abductions, so many deaths. Why hasn't it been you? God has decided to keep you here for a purpose. So try and discover that purpose. The other day, somebody told us that, there are only two sureties in life, death and taxes. And we have to think about our death. And that will help us think about our legacy. What do you want to leave behind? Yeah? Once you decide what is important for you in life, what legacy, what do you want to be remembered for, then you will understand what matters. That friend you've been fighting with, that boss you don't like, how are they contributing to your legacy? Yeah? You'll be able to determine the things that really should worry you, the things that should take your energy, your time. Yeah? So having clarity of purpose. And like Simon Sinek, the author of What is Your Why? He asks us to define what is your why. Yeah? If you're pursuing something, why are you doing it? Are you buying that car because your friend has that car? Because you want to remain in the same class with them? Are you going for that job because your friend has gotten a better job, so you want to remain at the same level, so you also pursue the same job? It's for the wrong reason. So we need to understand what is our why. It's not for the sake of competition. It should be fulfilling. We should be working towards our purpose. Yeah? The third thing I want to talk about is believing and trusting in God. Yeah? As I stand here in front of you, I'm living my second lease of life. Yeah? Those parents sitting there have a testimony to give. In 1999, I was involved in a very bad road accident. And I was in a coma for 10 days. You can imagine the pain and trauma they had to go through. I wasn't with them. I was in Nairobi going to visit my brother in Embu, and they were coming from Nyaga. We were to meet there. There were no mobile phones. Until, they went, visited, they realized I'm not coming, so they went back home. And they found crowds of people. And they broke the news to them. Yeah. So I stayed in hospital for 10 days. My mom did so much work. She had to be reporting to school very late because she had to stay until I wake up when I was at home. She nursed me for 3 months. Yeah. And I respect her for that. Mom, this one I'll never forget. Thank you. Yeah? And I want to believe that God retained me for a reason, because 7 people died on the spot in that accident. I was one of the survivors. And God completely erased that memory off my mind, so I don't remember. And by then it was so bad, my face was so disfigured, I was contemplating becoming a nun, because I couldn't see which man would marry such an ugly woman. Those were my thoughts then. Maybe I've never shared with my parents, but that's what I was thinking. I need to start thinking of being a nun. But yes, he's a God of second chances. And many, even our friend here shared, and I almost shed tears. And we respect you for that, yeah? And we thank God for you. But he's a God of second chances, and not just in disease. Even in our careers, many times we fail. In our families, many times we fail. God is a God of second chances. And also having faith in God, yeah? I've seen God through my career, yeah? There are times, there's one year I had my vision board, and I told God, I want to move my job by 1st of June. And do you know, I actually signed a contract on 27th of May. You can actually contract with God and agree on, this is what I want. Like, you talk to him as your friend, because he's really your friend. The other thing I want to talk about is, when you fail, pick up the pieces and move on. As I stand here, and one of the stories I have in the book, I've been a farmer for 8 years, until end of last year. I was actually, I had 18 acres of land. I was doing French beans that I was exporting to the UK. I had the GAP certification, so my produce was traceable from UK, where it was being delivered, to my farm. It failed. My dad couldn't believe when I told him, I am so done with this project, I am selling this farm. Because I got to a point where I found myself in front of a psychiatrist. And when he listened to my story, he told me, I'm not ready to give you any medication. You are under extreme stress because of that farm. Yeah? Telephone farmers, or those thinking of telephone farming, think twice. The workers will take you to your grave earlier than you need to be. But that's what happened. Yeah? And that, okay, of course, I've not given much story about the farming business there. I hope I'll write another book. Also challenged me to write another book. And I'll give more detail there about managing your risks when it comes to some of those side hustles. So the next one is, to everybody here, claim your space at the table, especially the ladies. Claim your space at the table. There's nobody who will drag that seat for you, bring it to you to sit. When you're going to join a board, there's nobody who will come and tell the others, you know, I think she's a good person, maybe we should give her. You know what? They're also thinking about their own growth. Yeah? So grab the opportunity when it's presented to you. Seize those opportunities when they come. Yeah? You've seen that I'm serving in a board in the UK. And when our board from IRM UK came in here in June, and they asked, they had advertised a position for Audit and Risk Committee member. And I applied. And when they were asking, so who else in the room applied? A room with more than 200 people, nobody had applied. So ladies, when you see those opportunities, please grab them as soon as you can. So the last thing is just be open to learning. Yeah? Learn. I learn a lot from those children of mine who are sitting there. Yeah? My son has taught me a lot. Don't think like, I think it's Carol who said, you think when you're a leader or you're a boss, you know better than all your team members. No, you get to learn, especially the Gen Zs today. There's a lot we are learning from them. So let's just be open to learning. And with that, I think that's all I had to say. I hope there's something new I've mentioned. I know many things had been said. But I hope we'll get to interact more through the book. You can reach me on social media, and we can always have a side chat on the side. But thank you very much all for your patience and for staying with us. We appreciate it. Thank you.
That was Catherine Nyaga. A round of applause for her.